Please stand for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Please be seated. Let me take a moment to note, in case of an emergency, the exit signs are clearly marked and are located at the side and back of the theater. The handicap exit is directly to the rear of the theater and to the right. Also, please turn off your cellular devices. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Peter Viscusi, Interim Vice President and Academic Dean.
Thank you, Dr. Kreider, for your role as Grand Master and Marshal in today's ceremony, and also for your leadership and dedication as a faculty member. To you, the students, it is now my great pleasure to extend Concord's welcome to this assembly, the 2014 Freshman Convocation. We are pleased to have with us this afternoon several individuals who will not have a specific role in the program, but who are very important to the Concord family. Let me introduce them now. First, we have a very special guest, President Emeritus, Dr. Jerry Beasley. Would he please stand? We also have members of our Board of Governors joining us this afternoon. Board members are individuals who are either appointed by the governor or elected by their fellow constituents within the university. All board members serve without remuneration and provide leadership and direction for the university. Would the board members please stand? I can't quite see if there's anybody here. I would also like to recognize the heart of academic excellence at Concord, the dedicated men and women who are seated before me and who have made this day possible for all of you by serving as your faculty. Would all of the Concord University faculty, as well as those who are retired and emeriti, please stand to receive our welcome and appreciation. In addition to the faculty, I would also like to acknowledge and recognize the dedicated staff members who are truly the backbone of the university and who serve students in a variety of ways. Please stand and be recognized. Staff members, thank you. And finally, the most important group on campus and the reason why each of us are here today, you students. Please stand. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the 12th President of Concord University, Dr. Kendra Bogus. Although Dr. Bogus served as our interim president for the past year, she officially began her first term as president in July. Her continued energy, enthusiasm, and dedication to the mission of Concord University has been inspirational to each of us. It is my pleasure to introduce her to you now.
Thank you. Welcome to Concord University, to the graduating class of 2018. Each of you have joined us, and you've made a very good choice, I think, in choosing Concord University as a place to complete your collegiate goals. The state of West Virginia has begun a new initiative this year, and I just want to mention it. It was announced yesterday, and it's called 15 to Finish. This refers to the idea that if you take and you complete 15 hours each semester, you'll complete your 120 hours of credit in just 4 years. That should be your goal, to try to finish in that time. And there's research that has shown that students that take 15 hours of coursework each semester do better in their classes than those who have a little bit more time on their hands. I think there's a measure of time management in that formula, and I just wanted to make sure you are aware of that. I would like to share some thoughts with you about things that you can do to be successful at Concord University. If you follow most of these suggestions, your time here will likely be better. Number one, last year our SGA president, a young lady named Chelsea, had a policy for everyone here on campus, faculty, staff, and students, that they be friendly to one another. And she asked that people say hi when they passed one another in the halls or walking around campus. And I'm going to suggest that you continue to do that, because I think it makes it a warmer place for all of us. The next is realize your possibilities and dream big. Know what your dreams are. Formulate the dreams that you're hoping to reach in your life. As a college student, you're taking the vital steps to do something you really, really want to do, even if you're not sure yet what that might be. Test the water. Find out what's out there. Liberal arts institutions are the perfect place for you to do that. This will allow you, as you matriculate and when you finish here, to not go from boring job to boring job. I know many of us, I was a first-generation college student myself, and many of us took those jobs along the way that we didn't want to be in forever. Probably some of you have already been there or are already starting that. But once you finish your college degree, you don't have to make those choices anymore of which fast food place to work in. You're going to go somewhere else, and you're going to do something that you love. Too many people go through life hating their jobs. They never realize their full potential, and they never follow their dreams. Don't let that be you. Realize that a successful university experience requires hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. Nothing worthwhile, as the saying goes, is easy. So be ready to buckle down. Be ready to study. I don't know if you realize how many people begin college but don't succeed at it because they don't make their plans. They don't get the things in line early. And I think we have a whole lot of people here who are willing to help you to do that. There are a limited number of really, really good jobs out there. Don't be weeded out and be unable to succeed in your dreams and in that job that you hope for, that career that you hope to one day find yourself in. Number 3, give yourself a reasonable workload. Now, if you're in classes 15 hours a week, or 15 hours a week, you should be studying how many hours outside? For every hour in the class, how many hours outside? 2. So that's already how many hours? 45 hours. That's a full-time job. If you're also working full-time, you're going to be doing something that many people are not capable of doing, which is holding 2 full-time jobs. So don't give yourself unreasonable workloads. Next, realize the difference, and this is from a faculty member, a longtime faculty member here, me, between bad excuses and good excuses. You know what a bad excuse is. I was at the beach, so I couldn't be at your class. Not a good excuse. A bad excuse, or good excuse might be something like, I had emergency surgery, I was in the emergency room, someone at home became terribly ill, and I had to go and had to be with them. That's probably a good excuse. Make sure that you talk with your professors when you get back, and if possible, beforehand, because they're going to be flexible. They're going to help you if you have a real good excuse. But bad excuses, we've heard them all of them, more than once. When you come back to class, the worst thing you can say is, and ask the faculty, did I miss anything? Didn't miss anything. We closed campus when you left. We don't have classes. So make sure you don't make that mistake because it's really offensive to faculty. We really believe we do something in every class that's important to moving you forward. And then don't ever say, did I miss anything important? That's even worse, than did I miss anything? Did I miss anything important? Not a good thing to say. Don't expect less work in your classes because you're busy. We have to give the same amount of work to every student. So we expect the same things of you. So if you come and you say, I'm really busy, I have a part-time job, I'm married, I have 3 children, 4 children, 1 child, a child that I oversee, problems with my car, you name it. Although you may have those things, we probably are not going to adjust what we do in our classes for those things that keep you busy. We expect you to be busy about the work that we put in front of you. We can't say to one student, oh, you're exempt. You don't have to do anything, but these other 29 students, they have to. But I like you, so you're not going to have to do that. Students who complain about the amount of work required in a special or particular class often seem to think they're the only person who's ever met those challenges. That's not true. There are people who have tremendous challenges and do well, and we remember them. And we remember if you're not doing those things. So please remember, this is our job, and it's our job to try to treat all students fairly. Turn off your cell phone when you're in class, and I hope mine doesn't ring now. But make sure that you're paying attention for those minutes that you're in class. You can text people all day and all night long, and I know you will. Don't tell your professors that you could not get in touch with them. This is 2014. They give you their phone number. They give you their fax number. They give you their secretary's number in their division. They give you their email address. They tell you where they are on Facebook at times, sometimes their Twitter account number. Blackboard, you name it. There is no way we can't hear from you if you try to contact us. So this is a pitiful excuse of not being able to stay in touch. You are able to contact us. And finally, remember that every class you go to, you're spending your own money. You're spending your parents' money. You may be spending some of Uncle Sam's money that he is expecting you to pay back, which is even worse. So get something out of your classes. It's really, really important. Know the job market. Research what jobs are in demand as you make your way to making a decision about what you might want to do. If you want to go on in an area and go on to graduate school, know what the demand for people in those areas are. It's really important. Very often I've had students come to me their senior year and go, mid-year, what can I do with an X major? My mom's going to kill me if I don't know. I'm like, where were you for 3.5 years? Ask your professors to help you understand where you can go, what careers, what graduate schools, what opportunities there are. These are just a few of the ideas that many professors and I think, believe could benefit from in order to be a success in their educational experiences. Always contact your professors, the student support services, and other friendly faces here on campus if we can help you in any way. We're glad that you're here, and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Vargas. I would like you to all, at some future point, read the biographical sketch of Mrs. Emily Duke, who is our speaker today. If you want to take a look at someone who has taken the motto of Concord University, come to learn and go to serve, here's the personification of someone who has done that. Emily Myers Duke, native of Poco, West Virginia, came to Concord, and at Concord had a presidential scholarship. She is very active in the community and on campus. She is a 2002 graduate with a BA in Communication Arts and a 2005 graduate of West Virginia University with an MS in Integrated Marketing Communications. She has worked for state agencies and also in the private sector. Mrs. Duke is the communications manager for Morock's East Division and oversees public relations of the agency's McDonald's accounts on the East Coast. Please welcome Mrs. Emily Duke.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm not sure I need to stand on this box because I'm already really tall. So let's try something else. Can you hear me if I stand here? You fall down. Okay, that's so much better. Thank you. I felt like I was hovering over you. Okay, so before we get started, we have to have photographic evidence that I was here, because as we know, nothing happens in real life if it wasn't on social media, right? So I need everybody in the front, section to please smile because we're going to take a selfie, okay? Okay, so I will post that later. And if you have questions at any time, today, tomorrow, later on in your Concord career, you can tweet me at emyers1, EMYERS1, and use the freshman or the hashtag CUFreshman, and I will be happy to answer your questions, okay? So, 16 years ago today, I was you. August 18th, 1998 was my first day on campus as a Concord student. It was a beautiful day, not at all like today, which is terrible, but I remember it vividly. I even know what I was wearing, which is so embarrassing now, but I was very stylish in my denim short overalls in 1998. So I know the trend is coming back, ladies, but it's just not a good look. And also, we don't need to find out who wore it better because it was me. Okay. So on my first day, I was convinced that fate had placed my best friend on the first floor of Wilson Hall, where I was living. So after my parents left, and my parents are with me today, I walked up and down the hall and had to greet everyone and, make new friends. And I met a lot of friendly girls, but there was one. There's always one, right? There's always the one mean girl who she just looked at me like, I cannot believe you even had the nerve to talk to me. Like, so hateful. So I moved on. That's fine, whatever. So later in the evening, we had a dorm floor meeting, and a lot of the girls were upset and, nervous and apprehensive about being on campus and being away from home for the first time. Guess who was sobbing and crying the most? The Ice Queen, right? So who wanted comfort from from the girl that she had been mean to earlier today, the Ice Queen. So she came over and sat beside me and apologized for being so mean and thanked me for, welcoming her to campus and being so nice to her. And the Ice Queen does have a name. It is Wendy. And Wendy did turn out to be one of my very best friends. She later became my big sister in our sorority, and 16 years later, we are still friends, despite our differences. And if she were here today, she would tell you that she is still mean, and I am still nice. So her fear of the unknown and apprehension is probably something that a lot of you are feeling as well. And what she needed to hear, and what I want to remind each of you, is that each person who had the dream of going to college should be proud of that bravery. And you stepped out of your comfort zone and you are entering a new era of freedom and opportunity. So congratulations to you for having the courage to chase that dream by enrolling at Concord. And welcome to the Mountain Lion family. These next few years in your home away from home will be incredibly influential in shaping the person that you will become. So you'll learn just as much outside the classroom as you do inside, maybe more. Everything that I do today is influenced by my Concord experience, my work, my friends, my volunteer service. So I'm going to share with you 5 tips that helped me make it through my Concord experience and that will hopefully help you make the most of your time here on the Campus Beautiful. So let's get started. So number 1, choose your friends wisely. These people are going to be with you for the rest of your life if you choose them well. They will share all of your little moments, like when the sun comes out, you can sit on the library steps on a beautiful afternoon and just talk and chat and hang out. They will help you dig your Mustang out of 3 feet of snow and towers so that you can go get a pizza at Gino's when it would have been so much faster to just walk to Gino's. But the one that I most really is having dinners every day in the cafeteria with all of my friends. The tables seat probably like 8 to 10 people, but we would smush like 16 people at a table. And I would say that when I graduated and went home that although my parents are lovely to talk to, it was so quiet without all of those people around. So those little moments are what make up a huge part of your college experience. And when those add up, that's what builds the basis of a long-term lasting friendship. And that before you know it, those people are showing up for your wedding, for your master's degree, graduation, and those little moments are best shared with that great group of friends. So your friends also become your network of contacts after graduation. And it is wonderful to have a big, wide group of contacts to help you, because no matter what field you enter, you are going to need to network. I repeat that, you are going to need to network. Don't forget, it will help you. The old adage, it's not what you know, it's who you know, is partially true, because knowing someone can help you get your foot in the door, but what you know is going to help you get the job. So number 2, find a great mentor. Use Concord's small size to your advantage. Get to know your professors and find one to help you shape your future. They will write your recommendations for internships and jobs, and in my case, help you figure out what the heck to say when you're asked to speak at freshman convocation. One of my mentors was Dr. Ron Berger. He is retired as a communication arts professor, but 12 years later, he is still a trusted advisor and friend, and is the first person I contacted when I was asked to speak today, and he has been quite helpful. So another one of my mentors happens to be in the room today, and that's Dr. Jerry Beasley. So thank you so much for what you shared with me and what I was able to learn from you and your beautiful wife. Thank you. The important thing to note is not to underestimate the value of the relationship with your mentor, because it will go far beyond these 4 years here. Number 3, find a balance between school and fun, okay? So it's wonderful to enjoy the college experience, and that's what you're supposed to do while you're here, but you have to strike a balance between school, campus activities, going out, working, all other responsibilities that you may have, because too much of one thing is not good for you, either too much fun or too much work. So, and if you choose wisely with the friends and the mentors that I already mentioned, they will help you see when you have gone too far, and they'll help you pull you back and get you in the place you need to go. And if you feel like you've maybe gone too far, then don't forget that there are tons of people on this campus who are willing to help you. There are academic success centers and the student support services and your professors that can help get you back on track. Number 4, this is a big one. Live in the moment. Enjoy the gift that you have of a college experience, a true college experience. Many of you are probably coming here from a small town like I did. I'm from Poca, West Virginia. Is there anybody here from Poca? Anybody? Oh, yay, go Putnam County. But Poca is a small town. It's about 1,000 people outside of Charleston. So it's a wonderful place to grow up, but it's not very diverse. So my time here was my first opportunity to get to know people from other cultures and really learn about them firsthand. You also have the opportunity to embrace all the different courses that are offered, and I encourage you to take some that are not in your major, just because they interest you and you might want to learn about them. This is your big moment to find out what really motivates you, and that will help carry you through your life and help you from ending up in some of those jobs, like Dr. Vargas mentioned, that aren't really what you really want to do. And also remember that this is the only time that you will have to live with all of your best friends in one place. So enjoy that experience with them, because after you leave here, you're going to scatter. And it's easy to stay in touch through social media, but it's just not always the same as being that face-to-face interaction every day. So number 5, this is the one for me that ties it all together, which is get involved on this campus. It's going to make you feel connected to your students, your fellow students, and to the campus as a whole. It's a great way to accomplish tips 1 and 2, find great friends, find great mentors. It's essential to number 3, finding your balance, and it's a big part of number 4, which is living in the moment. And as much as my curriculum prepared me for a career in public relations, campus involvement prepared me for everything else. So getting involved in campus will help you see that Concord is much more than just a place to come and take classes. It'll give you the opportunity to see and meet other professors and students that you might not know because they're not in your major. And especially for those of you that are commuter students, this is really important because you miss out on a lot of that interaction in the dorms, but by taking part in campus activities, you can replace that and create that lasting connection to the campus community. So there are over 60 student organizations on this campus, and that does not include our athletic teams. So, which by the way, you should go support our athletic teams. Please don your maroon and gray, go to the games. I promise you will have a good time. But if you cannot find one of those 60 campus organizations that fits you, then you can start one. And I can tell you, at the end of my freshman year, this other girl and I, we loved the Concord band. We thought that they needed a color guard, a flag corps. There was no sparkle on the field. We wanted to provide sparkle. So we went to the band director and asked him if we could start a color guard. And he said, sure, if you can find the girls, you can find the money to rate, so you can buy all the stuff you need, then go ahead. So we did. We got 8 girls, and we started the Concord Color Guard. We went to band camp. We ordered all of our uniforms. We got all of our sparkle, but we did not raise enough money to hire an instructor. So we had to do our own choreography. It was awful. We were terrible. I cannot stress to you enough. It was embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. But we had a great time. I absolutely loved being a part of the Concord band. We did get better over time, and I understand that they now do, the color guard still exists, and they do have an instructor, and they're much, much better than we were when we first started. So if that's something that you want to do, is go out and start a student organization, you have the opportunity to do that. So another important aspect of my campus involvement that has held over into my alumni life is being a member of a Greek organization. I am an alumna of Delta Zeta sorority. It's one of 4 national sororities on campus. There are also several fraternities. I'm not sure of the exact number now. But Greek life sometimes gets a bad rap. But for me, it's been a wonderful experience. Being Greek at Concord taught me a lot of very valuable life lessons: networking, leadership, event planning, volunteerism, diplomacy, mediation, variety of things. But it also provided me with some of my best friends and some of my best memories at Concord, being a part of homecoming and Greek week and a whole variety of events that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to take part in otherwise. So I've been able to build upon those in the years after graduation by continuing to serve Delta Zeta in alumni capacity. And if you're the least bit interested in Greek life, I encourage you to please at least go to some recruitment events and find out what it's all about. Don't just take what you might hear in the negative media and go with that. So there may be a Greek home at Concord for you. So that my final point on involvement is that don't let it end when you leave Concord. Stay involved. Take part in the Alumni Association, in the alumni chapter in your town. If you loved your time here at your alma mater, then take some time to give back to it. And I promise you, you will be rewarded and you will not regret a minute of staying involved in your Concord life. So the reason that I chose these tips as my top 5 is because they're what helped me to get to where I am today, and that's both personally and professionally. So in my job, I work for Muroc Advertising Public Relations. We are one of McDonald's national advertising agencies. Right now we're the national breakfast agency, so if you see a breakfast commercial or a billboard or something like that for McDonald's, that came from our agency. And it's headquartered in Dallas, but our office here in West Virginia is actually in Parkersburg. And our team here manages all the advertising and public relations for McDonald's in the tri-state area, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Southern West Virginia. So if you see a TV, commercial, radio ad, billboard, coupon book, signage at the restaurant, digital banner online, if you follow us on Twitter at MCD_tri-state, that's us. We have had a hand in bringing all of that message and putting it in front of you. So in my side of it, I'm the public relations manager. So I work with about 260 restaurants on the East Coast from New York to Florida and manage the crisis communications, media relations, social media, and overall public relations strategy. So I definitely feel that my Concord education prepared me for this job. The curriculum was exactly what I needed to get to where I am today, and I feel thankful to have had an experience in the communication arts program because it was so comprehensive, and not all comm arts programs are like that. So if you're a communications major, you're going to be fine, I promise. So the last thing about my job is that even if you could care less, really, about my job or anything I have to say today, everyone loves free food, right? So when you leave here, please make sure that you grab a coupon on your way out for a free McCafe beverage, coffee, smoothie. You can use it at any McDonald's in the Southern West Virginia area, okay? So let's recap. Top 5 tips for making the most of your Concord experience. Choose your friends wisely, find a great mentor, find a balance between school and fun, live in the moment, and get involved. And I cannot say for sure that if you don't do these things that you'll flunk out, but let's not find out. But I can say that if you at least give them a try, you will have a wonderful 4 years, and perhaps someday you will find yourself extremely honored and humbled to be welcoming the next generation of Concordians to our family. Thank you.
I will pretend I am as tall. No, I won't. There. I would like to introduce to you Dr. Kelly Hudson and the Concord University Concords, who will take a few moments to teach you the Concord University alma mater.
Okay, I don't know if I need that, but you got to sing this loud, so I'm going to talk this loud. We're going to sing the alma mater for you. If you look at the back of your program, the words are there for the alma mater. We're going to sing it for you, then we're going to do it line by line, and you're going to sing it to me. Okay? And you guys are too. Right? So. Beautiful. Second line, ready, go. Same end. Okay, that line. End. One more time with feeling, the whole thing. Ready, and.
Thank you, Dr. Hudson and the Concords. I hope we all have opportunities in the near future to sing this alma mater again. Thank you very much for joining us today at the 2014 Freshman Convocation. We want each of you to have a very successful semester and a wonderful year. We want you to know we are all here to help you succeed. We have high expectations for you, and you will need to use all your energy and enthusiasm to focus on your goals. The faculty, staff, and administration are here to serve you. Keep that in mind. There is always someone to turn to. I would now like to introduce our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Margie Flanagan.
I definitely need the step. George Orwell once said, "The planting of a tree is a gift which you can make to posterity at almost no cost and with almost no trouble. And if the tree takes root, it will far outlive any of your other actions." To the class of 2018, welcome. The first-year tree planting ceremony has special significance in the Concord University tradition. For our first-year students, it serves as a symbol for the roots you are forming as you begin your undergraduate years, and it establishes your special contribution to our campus. Throughout your stay at Concord, you will witness your tree's growth, much as the faculty and staff will witness your growth, along with your families and friends. It does not happen all at once, but gradually, and sometimes so subtly that you'll miss the changes. When you return to Concord as alumni, your tree's height will serve as a reminder of your years here and as your own growth and development as a student, a professional, and as a person. As you sit here today, it may be difficult to grasp the importance of this moment. This convocation officially welcomes you into the Concord University family. For most of you, it's the beginning of your college career. You may fail to sense your place in history or the presence of the thousands of other students who sat in these seats or other chairs in different venues across campus, ready to embark on their educational journey. This tree planting is a reminder of those who came before you. According to our library archives, in the spring of 1915, almost 100 years ago, 99 to be exact, the tree stand known as the Pines was planted by Mr. Delford Lee Cottrell's agricultural and botany classes. Some of the trees were cut down when the Student Center was built in the late 1960s, and the pines were milled and became part of the alumni lounge that's on the 3rd floor of the Student Center. In 2007, Concord re-energized this tree planting tradition, and each entering class since then has planted a tree, and you'll see as you go around campus, there'll be little markers that'll say planted by the class of 2008, 2009. And we hope that this tradition continues long after we are all gone from these campus paths. With the risk of stretching an analogy too far, please bear with me as our tree symbol is extended. Today, as you begin your Concord University experience, please picture the underground growth symbolized by the roots you are establishing as the roots of knowledge, service, citizenship, friendship, honor, and integrity. These are the pillars upon which your tree grows. By nurturing your roots, you ensure your continued growth, development, and longevity. Your tree, the graduating class of 2018, is the Northern Red Oak, also known as the champion oak. According to the horticulture literature, your tree displays dramatic red foliage each fall. It's considered a shade tree, but grows best in full sun. Known for its fast growth, it can grow up to 2 feet per year, and it may eventually reach 70 feet in height and 45 feet in width. That's a pretty strong tree. Northern red oaks have a lifespan of up to 500 years. Since colonial times, the northern red oak has been a favorite of lumbermen and landscapers. It was transplanted to Europe, where it was used in Britain beginning in the late 17th century. In 1924, over 450 acres of the red oak was planted in Baden, Germany. You should know that by planting the northern red oak, you are adding your special signature and legacy to the Campus Beautiful. So again, welcome to the Concord University family. Best wishes, and may your roots grow strong. And just to let you know, I have a couple announcements to make. When we leave here, because of the weather, it is a stormy day, but we still need you to take part in this tree planting ceremony, because you're going to have some rainy days in your college careers, but you're also going to have plenty of sunshine, and that's going to help this tree grow. So we would like for you, as we leave here in a few minutes, to exit out to the right of the building, and you'll see a big tent. There's a cup of dirt, and each person can take a cup and help plant their tree. But unfortunately, we had planned on our freshman picture, our first year picture, and in your new t-shirts that you're going to get, but we don't want to do that in the rain. So we will postpone that until Wednesday night at the Sex Signals program. And so if you will meet us back here in this auditorium at 6:30, we'll have our handy helpers out here to help you sign in once again. And you'll get your free t-shirt, and then we'll take our group picture. And we even have a postcard of last year's. It rained last year too, and we had to do it inside. So just a few more minutes, and I just want to give you all a compliment as well, because you've been around since Saturday, and we've been herding you to one event to the other, and you guys have been great. I hope you enjoyed the programs. I hope that you enjoy your time at Concord, and we have high hopes for the class of 2018, and we welcome you. Thank you very much.
Please remain seated for the recessional. The faculty will please stand.